Assalamu alaikum class. Today I am going to start a topic that is processing of crude drug, which is continuation of our last topic. As you know, for preparation of the crude drug, there are the certain steps. Number 1 is cultivation, number 2 is collection, number 3 is harvesting, number 4 is garbling, preservation, packaging and storage. The first factor for the preparation of the crude drug is cultivation, and this cultivation is also affected by some factors. Number 1 is environmental factor, which is also called exogenous factor, and post cultivation factor, in which we have drying and storage method. This environmental factor is affected by climatic condition, altitude and latitude, soil condition, plant condition and use of growth promoting substances. The climatic condition is further affected by some factor like temperature, rainfall and day length or sunlight, which we already discussed. Now today we start second important factor, which is exogenous factor, is altitude and latitude. The altitude is also very important factor in cultivation of the medicinal plant. For example, tea, coca, coffee, cinchona and tragacan, it requires high elevation, but some plant can be cultivated at the sea level, for example senna. While thyme and peppermint, these are the essential oil containing plant and it contain volatile oil. Their volatile content can decreases with altitude. Same as it is, some flower production can also be affected by location. The drug which contain fat and oil, their production can also be influenced by latitude. For example, we have peanut and olive tree which can grow in the subtropical region and it has high constituent of the fat. These are some medicinally important plant. For example, tea, it can grow at altitude of 1000 to 1500 meters, cinchona 1000 to 2000, camphor 1500 to 2000, cinnamon 250 to 1000, coffee 1000 to 200, 2000 and clove up to 900 and saffron up to 1250 and cardamom required 600 to 1600 meters. Now third factor which can also affect the cultivation of the medicinal plant is soil condition. Each and every plant species have its own soil and it requires different nutritional requirement. Soil is the most important natural resources as it supports the growth of all plant and it provides water as well as essential plant food elements for growth. The plant growth depends upon the physical arrangement and nature of the soil particle and organic matter content and its living organism. The soil character, composition, permeability all can affect the health of the medicinal herb as well as plant. There are three important basic characteristics of the soil are physical, chemical and microbiological properties. Different soil has different size of the particles. For example, clay, sand and gravel has different particle sizes. This particle size is one major factor that influences the water holding capacity. The second important factor which can influence the cultivation of the medicinal plant is the pH of the soil. And this pH of the soil decides favorable growth of the plant as well as the presence of the microorganism. Some soil are acidic in nature and some are alkaline in nature. The acidic soil are not suitable for leguminous plant due to the poor development of nodular bacteria. Therefore, groundnut, sunflower seed, cotton and rice can grow better in alkaline soil. but some plants like tobacco, cinchona, tea and potato can grow well only in acidic soil rather than alkaline soil. In alkaline soil, phosphorus is converted to insoluble form of the calcium phosphate that cannot be made available to the plant. Usually soil consists of the mineral, air, water and organic matter, and this mineral matter may be coarse gravel, coarse sand or in the form of the finest particle of the clay. For the plant growth, the soil should have half of the porous space that filled with water and rest with air, because good aeration is essential for root development. The soil fertility can be defined as the capacity of the soil to supply plant nutrient in quantities and proportions that is required and to provide a suitable medium for plant growth. Therefore, the cultivation of the medicinal plant not only depend upon the soil condition but also depend upon the soil fertility. And this soil fertility can be maintained by addition of the animal manure, nitrogen fixing bacteria or by application of chemical fertilizer in order to obtain large yield of medicinal plant. The plant requires some essential element for normal growth and for completion of their life cycle, and some of them are known as primary nutrients. For example, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium are known as primary nutrients, while some of them are known as secondary nutrients like calcium, magnesium and sulfur, and they are required in small quantities. But like carbon, oxygen, hydrogen and chlorine are non-mineral elements. It provided to the plant by water and air. Some of the nutrients are responsible for the growth of particular parts of the plant body. Generally, nitrogen fertilizer are used to increase the size of the plant as well as to the amount of the alkaloid produced. As you know, the alkaloids are the alkaline in nature and nitrogen are usually present as a part of their heterocyclic way. Therefore, nitrogen fertilizer are used for the production of alkaloidal content. The chemical fertilizer contain primary fertilizer, secondary fertilizer and micronutrient. The primary fertilizer has nutrient like sodium, phosphorus and potassium, and secondary fertilizer has magnesium, calcium and sulfur, and micronutrient which require trace elements like copper, manganese, iron, boron and zinc. For the cultivation of the medicinal plant, good soil condition and soil fertility are required to yield a maximum quantity of the phytochemicals. Another factor which can affect the cultivation of the medicinal plant is a herb condition and parasites. Certain other factors also influence the quality of the herb and medicinal plant. Different types of the pests that infesting the medicinal plant are fungi, viruses, weeds, insects and non-insect pests including rodents. Some fungi can damage the plant and lower the alkaloidal content. For example, the henbane plant, if the fungus grow on a henbane plant, it lowers the alkaloidal content. Therefore, it is necessary to control the pest and disease which may affect the herbs and their medicinal value. It can only be possible when the herbs are cultivated. Now, the growth promoting substances. The plant hormones or phytohormones control the complete plant life cycle, including germination, rooting, growth, flowering stage of the plant, fruit ripening and death of the plant. There are the different hormones which promote the growth of the plant and enhance the growth of the plant like auxin, gibberellin and cytokinin. The first hormone, the auxin, it stimulates the cell elongation and it increases the stem length and it promotes the adventitious root growth. While gibberellin, it initiates the synthesis of enzyme that is required for the seed germination. And cytokinin, it play an important role in cell division as well as it promote the protein synthesis. All these hormones play an important role in the growth of the plant as well as the development of the plant, and it required for the cultivation of the plant. The second important factor which is collection. The medicinal plants should be collected in the season in which the active constituents are highest or maximum in their quantity. And this collection of the medicinal plant, it depends upon the time of the day, time of the year and maturity stage of the plant. For example, rhubarb, which is used as a laxative, it contains anthranol in maximum quantity in a winter season, and this anthranol is oxidized into anthraquinone in a summer season. The collection of the medicinal plant depends upon the time as well as certain rules for their collection. Now, the first is the suitable time for the collection. The amount of the phytochemical is usually not constant throughout the life of the plant. The stage at which a plant is collected or harvested is very important for maximizing the yield of the desired constituent. The stage means developmental stage of the plant. For example, ripening stage or unripening stage, or from seed to from fruit. And the season, that is summer season or winter season, spring and autumn. And these differences are sometimes not only affect the quantity but also qualitative. The same example as I told you, this anthranol which is high in a winter season and anthraquinone which is high in a summer season. It means collection of the medicinal plant depend upon the time of the day, time of the year and maturity stage of the plant. There are certain rules for the collection of the medicinal plant. For example, root and rhizomes, they are collected at the end of the vegetative period, which is usually in the autumn season. But rhizomes are collected when they are stored sufficient food material and also contain maximum content of the chemical constituent. For example, ginger and turmeric. As you know, the root and rhizomes are the underground part of the plant material. Therefore, it should be free from any adhering soil, sand or dirt or any contamination. While leaves and herbs are collected at the flowering stage, for example, senna leaf, digitalis leaf, vinca rosea or vinca leaf and Barodina leaf. And while the leaves of the aloe plant are collected when they are sufficiently thick. But flowers need to be collected just before pollination or sometime usually collected when they fully develop. For example, saffron and clovebuds. The bark is collected in the spring season or in the early summer season when the cambium is active, or it can be easily to detach from the stem. But sometimes they are collected in the autumn season. The example is wild cherry, or sometimes they are collected in the rainy season. The example is cinnamon. While fruit and seeds are collected when they are fully ripe. Example, tamarind, caraway, fennel and coriander. The unorganized drugs such as resins, gum latex are collected as soon they are oozed out from the plant. For example, acacia is collected 2 to 30 weeks after making incision on the bark of the tree and when it is sufficiently hard. While opium and papaya latex are collected after the coagulation of the latex, and turpentine tree oleoresins and balsam of Peru are collected when the plant is about 8 to 10 years old. Now the methods of the collection. The medicinal plant must be collected by hand, and it is especially true in case of the wild plant, but when the plant is cultivated on a large scale, it may be possible to use some modern agriculture harvester technique, but in some cases, for example bark, the manual collection is usually preferred. Therefore, the cost of the drug is largely dependent upon the cost of the labor involved. That's all for today. If you have any query, then you can ask. Thank you.